Right now, state Republicans gavel in and out of a special session called by Governor Evers in a matter of seconds. What the governor was trying to accomplish with this session.
Also, the Tavern League chooses to back gubernatorial candidate Tim Michels, why they say Michels is their choice.
And later, a tattoo artist and breast cancer survivor looks to help other survivors with a bit of ink. Welcome to News 3 Now. It was technically the slamming of a gavel, but Governor Evers had a different description of what Republicans did today.
He called it a slap in the face of each and every one of us. Both chambers of the legislature spending a grand total of 32 seconds on the governor's special session, which could have opened the door to changing the state's abortion law. Political reporter Will Keneally at the Capitol. And Will, where do we go from here?
That's right, and so apologies here. We have the Capitol just closing right behind us. But in the state legislature today, Evers wanted the legislature to make a change, essentially making Wisconsin like California, where any citizen can put forward a new law on a ballot and pass it as a referendum. So why now? The issue is abortion. Evers wanted to bypass the Republican-controlled legislature and have the people of Wisconsin repeal the state's 1849 abortion ban. It only allows for abortions when a woman could potentially die in pregnancy. And Evers says it should be a campaign issue affecting the future of the state.
How many people are actually going to want to move to this state if their mothers or wives or daughters don't have the ability that they have in most other states of the union? This is an economic disaster, but most of all, it's a moral disaster, and we just can't let it happen.
So for his part, Tim Michels has softened his stance on abortion. He previously favored very limited exceptions, but now says he would welcome a bill from the legislature to add exceptions for rape or incest. But we likely won't see any movement on this issue before November. Republicans in the legislature are likely waiting to see who will take the governor's mansion come next year. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Senate candidate Mandela Barnes holding a meet and greet in Madison today as part of his Ron Against Roe tour. Barnes is traveling across the state, going after Senator Ron Johnson's record on abortion. Johnson has co-sponsored a bill that would ban abortion after 20 weeks of pregnancy. The bill would allow exceptions for rape, incest, and to protect the life of the mother. Barnes says he supports going back to Roe and that the majority of the state does as well. He also commented on today's special session.
70% of Wisconsinites think that Roe should be the law of the land, and for them to gavel in and gavel out is a slap in the face to every person who holds this sacred right here.
Meanwhile, Republicans say Democrats are trying to distract from other issues like rising crime.
The Tavern League of Wisconsin has officially thrown its support behind Republican Tim Michels in the race for governor. The group endorsed Michels this afternoon. This was at a campaign event at a bar in Baraboo. Members of the group took aim at COVID-19 rules Governor Evers put in place at the beginning of the pandemic, saying that harmed their businesses, and said as a business owner, they feel Michels understands their needs.
We need to get back on track. We need to get everybody rolling in the right direction and keep it going and not get shut down ever again unless it needs to be. And I will tell you, Tim Michels is our guy.
The Tavern League had endorsed former Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish in the Republican primary for governor. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast now. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Still looking very nice out here. Temperatures are comfortable and skies have a lot of sunshine, although we're getting close to sunset. As we take a look at visible cloud track, you can see we had sunny skies all day across southern Wisconsin, just like the last few days. The clouds have stayed out to the west in Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin, and all the rain has stayed out there as well. So we've seen dry weather for the last few days. Looks like most of tomorrow will be dry as well. Might be a slight chance for a shower west of Madison late in the day. Otherwise, high temperatures made it in the lower 70s across all of southern Wisconsin. Even Milwaukee got up to 74 degrees, and it was as warm as 77 in Lone Rock. Current temperatures have dropped back now into the lower to middle 60s across southern Wisconsin. 70 right now in Lone Rock and 70 in Prairie du Chien. But across Dane County, temperatures are in the middle 60s, 67 right now in Oregon. Still 70 degrees in Cross Plains. Look for temperatures to drop into the lower 50s by late evening, and we'll see partly cloudy skies. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes colder weather as we head toward the end of the week.
Gary, thank you. It is day 2 of jury selection in the Darrell Brooks trial, and things went a little smoother than yesterday. Right now, the judge whittling down the number of prospective jurors and is hoping to seat a jury by the end of the day today. Brooks continued to argue with the judge and was taken to another room. The judge hoping to have opening statements tomorrow. Sheriff's officials in Northeastern Wisconsin have arrested a man in connection with a double homicide investigation. Deputies were called to a home in Little Swamico Sunday about 9 in the morning. First responders determined a 75-year-old man and 55-year-old woman were dead and that someone had killed them. Deputies later found a 27-year-old man considered a person of interest in the case in Oconto and arrested him. He was jailed on charges unrelated to the deaths. No names have yet been released.
UW Health won't say exactly how much Epic Systems is giving them, but they called it a significant donation today. The money will help the provider with a staffing shortage in a unique way. UW Health is planning to pay for current and future medical and nursing assistants' bachelor's degrees while also maintaining their full-time salary and benefits. That's despite the students not working full-time due to school. The nursing recruitment program will focus on reaching marginalized groups who often have a hard time getting into the field.
There's a lot of research and evidence around how patients react to healthcare providers that look and sound like them. And we really need our workforce to start looking like our community. And that's really going to be one of the big focuses for this program.
UW Health hopes to launch the program soon and enroll its first class of students next fall. Epic's donation will be able to support up to 35 students a semester for 6 years.
Today, Unity Point Health Merit are announcing plans to open a new training facility to better equip the local workforce amid declining retention rates. The plan is for the new Jeff Levy Education Center to provide space for Meriters' critical nursing education program, educational program, and practical training. Jeff Levy was there to talk about why he donated.
Every time I hear someone in healthcare describe the dedication that they have toward helping others and the resiliency they and their colleagues have shown in these past few years, I'm so amazed. But resiliency can have its limits. That's why I was inspired to support this important work.
Levy continued to say that this gift seems small compared to the work of healthcare workers and how much they've helped Levy and his loved ones in addition to those in the community.
A new facility in Monroe is looking to help provide a safety net for people with dementia and their caregivers. Today, a ribbon-cutting ceremony was held for the O'Rourke Dementia Stabilization Unit. The facility provides medical and psychiatric stabilization with a detailed assessment for those struggling in their homes with dementia. Within 28 days, the stabilization team learns details about the individual, giving keys to what their behavior means. The person receives assessment from multiple experts, including medical, social, psychiatric, psychological, and life enrichment. Once they're ready to go home, the caregivers are given all of that information and trained.
The hope with this unit is that this model can be recreated all over the states in their own regions so that people can stay close to home and be returned to home while they're being cared for with dementia.
The concept for the unit started in 2016 and construction began in 2019 with the help of grant money.
The 115 Fighter Wing bidding farewell to its final F-16s tomorrow at Truax Field. Those jets are moving out to make way for the new F-35 jets. Those new jets are expected to arrive in Madison spring of 2023, next spring. The Air Force chose Truax Field to house the jets in 2020, a move that has both some supporters and detractors. Tomorrow's event is not open to the public.
Well, if you bought a Powerball ticket in Boston, you might be a millionaire. The Wisconsin Lottery announcing today that a $1 million ticket was sold at the Quick Trip on Gateway Avenue on Saturday. This is the third time in the last 5 years that Quick Trip location has sold a winning Powerball ticket. The store will be given $20,000 for selling that ticket as part of the Retailer Performance Program winning ticket incentive. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, we'll take a look at the latest total from the Coats for Kids campaign.
Also, fall isn't the only season we're heading into. What health experts say you can do to better protect yourself from illnesses. Stay with us.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
It's dangerous up here, and it's no fun shopping around for a reputable contractor.
I've built my company on the promise to treat our customers like we would our own family. That means an honest, no-pressure sales experience, expert craftsmanship, and a lifetime guarantee of our work.
We know Gutter Shutter is the best system for you and your home, and we'd love to show you how it can keep you safe and off that ladder forever. So call us or visit us online to set up your free estimate, and we can show you what Gutter Shutter and the Larson Home Experience is all about.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Looking for one of our most capable Ford SUVs? Okay, great. We've got you covered. Spacious interiors, innovative tech, good looks, and a legendary off-road experience. Check out our inventory today, or let us help you place a custom order. Getting into the perfect Ford SUV? Well, it's easier than ever. Yeah, we've got you covered. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% financing for 66 months.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Time is winding down for the Coats for Kids campaign. Let's take a look at the latest total right now. 2,805 winter coats have been collected. From now until October 8th, just a few days left, you can drop off a gently used winter coat at any area Clinky Cleaners. Mittens, hats, snow pants also can be donated. You can also buy a coat off the Community Action Coalition's Amazon wish list, and we have a link to that list. Just go to channel3000.com/Coats for Kids. If you have any questions about donating or volunteering, call the number there at the bottom of your screen.
Well, as we head into the fall, there are concerns about the spread of illnesses like COVID and the flu. Health experts say the best way to protect yourself from getting severely sick is to get vaccinated. The two most recommended to get before fall gets in full swing: an updated COVID-19 booster and a flu shot. And that's because the flu season is expected to be more severe this year. Coupled with COVID-19, that could mean crowded hospitals. To make the process of getting all those shots easier, you can stack vaccines.
Really, there's no data to show that if you get them all on the same day, that's going to make you feel worse, or, it's going to cause you more side effects because you got 2 or 3 shots instead of just 1.
Bauer says to also take time to rest. Don't be afraid to give yourself a little break after getting fall vaccines, and have over-the-counter pain medication on hand that can help relieve any discomfort. Still ahead, a sandwich that went viral last year is making a triumphant return. One you'll be able to get your hands on one.
Plus, making breast cancer survivors feel whole again. How a hospital and a tattoo artist are doing just that. And get ready for some much cooler weather moving in later this week. Just how chilly will it get? Gary's back. Complete forecast after this.
Get the last roof you'll ever need right now with steel roofing from Menards. Steel roofing offers the best wind resistance and superior hail resistance. It's the choice of more and more homeowners in the Midwest. Steel roofing is available in cut-to-your-length panels for fast installation. Choose from 25 beautiful colors in-store or online. Save big money and get 11% off all steel roofing products right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's Steinhoffel's 88th anniversary, and we're celebrating with incredible store-wide savings. Save 35 to 55% on sofas, dining sets, mattresses, bedroom furniture, and more. Plus, when you spend $17.99 or more, you'll get an extra $88 off your purchase. For 88 years, Steinhoffel's has been helping families create the homes of their dreams. So celebrate with us and take advantage of some fantastic deals during Steinhoffel's 88th anniversary sale. Relax, it's Steinhoffel's.
I brought in Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein. Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein with 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and now with 2 new flavors.
Keep bragging about your buck after the hunt with wild game processing from Johnson's Sausage Shop in Ryle, Wisconsin. Friends enjoy a hunting story more over a jalapeno cheddar stick. Johnson's Sausage Shop accepts wild game 7 days a week. First bucks in are the first brats out.
The radical left hate America and riot in our streets. They indoctrinate our children to hate America, stoking fear and envy with their lies and deceptions. Their radical woke agenda and divisive politics are tearing our country apart. Here's Mandela Barnes.
Because the founding of this nation, awful.
Mandela Barnes is a radical leftist. He supports their woke agenda that's causing you and your family so much pain.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
You've probably heard by now, but Wanakee Remodeling has been transforming homes for the better part of half a century by installing materials that stand the test of time from a team of trusted home pros. Our design team delivers a turnkey experience for your interior or exterior remodeling project, leaving you with a home you love. At Wanakee Remodeling, we'll never stop improving. Right now, get a special window offer. Buy one window, get one 40% off plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and starting this month, a breast cancer survivor working at Edgerton Hospital is combining her talents to make other survivors feel whole.
Andrew Banstra brings us her story and tells us why this new program is unique.
In her 39th year in healthcare, things have come full circle for this breast cancer survivor.
It was 11 years ago this month that I had a double mastectomy after a breast cancer diagnosis. As part of my recovery and my reconstruction, I had my areolas tattooed on.
That's generally the final step in breast cancer recovery.
Nobody really knows until you've been in the shoes of looking at yourself without your breasts, with seeing scars, seeing sometimes radiation burns. You know, it really does alter how you feel about yourself.
7 years ago, she chased her dream of becoming a paramedical tattoo artist.
There's something about having a cancer diagnosis that gives you, I think, a perspective on what it is you want to do in your life. And if you have anything on your bucket list, you better do it. You know, because you don't know.
Since then, Ann has pulled double duty, working at Edgerton Hospital and as a tattoo artist. About a year ago, she pitched the idea of combining her talents, hosting a monthly tattoo session at the hospital, giving other survivors a chance to feel the same sense of recovery that it brought Ann.
I know how it feels to look at yourself for the first time and see more than just a blank slate. It just helps you feel a little bit more complete and helps with the closing process.
As a survivor herself, there's no one that can connect with patients like she can.
I feel like I finally come full circle in that I'm able to now give back to people who've gone through the same thing that I have.
In Edgerton, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
Other tattoo artists also offer this service, but the partnership within the hospital is unique. Since it happens in a medical facility, it becomes a medical procedure that can be covered by insurance. It can also be pre-authorized rather than needing payment up front. Let's now check back in with Gary Canalti for a complete look at your forecast.
Well, we had several mild days in a row. 3 things you need to know. One more mild day on the way for tomorrow with high temperatures right around the 70-degree mark. Maybe a slight chance for a shower late in the afternoon. The best chance of showers appears to be about midday on Thursday, and right now it's looking more like about a 40 to 50% chance of showers. And then we're still looking for chilly weather, mainly from later Thursday as temperatures start to fall into early Sunday morning before temperatures start to climb back up. In between, look for frost likely Friday night, Saturday morning. Been talking about that for the last several days. Low temperatures will be right around the freezing mark. High temperature trend over the next 10 days, well, the average high temperature drops from 65 to 61, but our actual temperatures will drop off even faster, going from 70 degrees tomorrow to 50 on Friday, and then getting back up into the lower 60s early next week, and then falling back into the 50s by the end of next week. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center taking us through October 18th, calling for below normal temperatures from much of the northeastern third of the country, including Madison. Warmer than normal weather, mainly out west near the Pacific coast, but still a very quiet weather pattern with below normal precipitation through much of the northern and northwestern part of the country and the southeast as well. It's good news for them after all the tropical activity they've seen recently. Weather trend right now, the jet stream is still over us, but it is starting to sag southward. And this cold front out to the west starting to move eastward. It's going to be a slow process, probably not reaching us until sometime Thursday morning, but behind it the temperatures do drop off. Right now we're still on the mild side of the front with winds out of the south and temperatures that are mainly in the 60s to lower 70s, still 71 in Green Bay and 70 in La Crosse. Out to the west, some 70s. But notice where the winds start to shift a little bit, those temperatures start to drop off a little bit more. And there's also a little more cloud cover there. So compared to 24 hours ago, temperatures are down by about 10 degrees. But on future track, you can see for the time being, we'll stay quiet. Look for partly cloudy skies tonight, temperatures dropping into the middle 40s. Then, as we head into the day tomorrow, more clouds, still some breaks in the clouds, and maybe a sprinkle or two of rain, but the better chances of rain will be to our north and to our west. They'll start to come through as the wind shift and cold front comes through during the day on Thursday, but even then, it's not a widespread rain, and following that, those winds out of the north will drop temperatures pretty quickly down already into the upper 30s by early on Friday morning. So planning your night, look for partly cloudy skies, low 48 degrees in Mount Vernon, 46 in DeForest, and 47 in Sauk City. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, a little warmer out west, 51 in Prairie du Chien, 46 in Platteville. To the east, 44 in Watertown and 43 in Wautoma. For tomorrow, look for variably cloudy skies, still mild, high temperature at 70. Again, just a slight chance for a shower in the afternoon. On future track, notice the afternoon. A fair amount of clouds, but only a spotty shower or two. Most areas will stay dry. Then as we head into tomorrow night, just an outside chance for a shower, some breaks in the clouds as well. But on Thursday, notice that front coming in from the north and west. The best chances of showers probably around noontime, but notice after the wind shift, temperatures in the lower 60s around noon drop back into the 50s as temperatures drop off and those winds pick up. But the rainfall amounts only amounting to probably less than 1/10 of an inch in most areas. The 7 to 10 day forecast, cold down to 32 by early on Saturday morning and a high of 55 on Saturday, but those temperatures climbing back up into the lower 60s for next week, or at least the first part of next week. Maybe some shower or thunderstorm chances in the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame.
All right, Gary, thank you. We've got some great news for all you Culver's fans out there. The Kurter Burger is making a comeback. Last year, the burger went viral, selling out in just minutes all across Wisconsin. Well, this year, they are expanding the window to make sure you can get yours. Now, here are the details. The Kurter Burger will be available starting October 12th through the rest of the month at Wisconsin locations.
So that's the burger you want. Here's something a little bit questionable. A Greenfield man recently raffled off 2 frozen hamburgers he's had since 1987. In April of that year, Rod Waters, that's him right there, he bought those burgers through a promotion from George Webb Restaurants when the Milwaukee Brewers went on a 12-game winning streak. Since then, Waters has kept the burgers and an article about the winning streak in his freezer for more than 3 decades. Well, Waters and his wife are preparing to move to a new home, and his wife doesn't want the burgers around anymore. So the prize package also includes 2 George Webb t-shirts, 2 can koozies, and 2 Milwaukee Brewers bobblehead dolls.
Jim Leonard holds his first solo press conference today ahead of Saturday's game with Northwestern. When we return, Leonard shares what the focus is now for him and his team.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Did you know Tim Michaels said people shouldn't be openly gay in public?
But I think when you bring it out of your house and onto the public street, that's where I differ.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Ron Johnson and China. Here's how it works. While in the Senate, Johnson made $57 million from a family business whose growth was directly linked to China. He invested in Chinese factories, and Johnson's family business got $50 million in loans from the Bank of China. Johnson pushed for shipping American jobs overseas, while he got rich. Ron Johnson's out for himself, not us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Fry can Construction wants to thank you for once again voting us Best of Madison 3 years running with 27% off gutters or insulation. Your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best of Madison 3 years in a row. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Save 27% off gutters or insulation with any full roof replacement project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
With Dad's arthritis, he struggles with housework and bathing, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their age-at-home service, Dad gets the help he needs to stay independent at home.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Helpful hints for you from Meineke. It's important to monitor the tread level and tire pressure on your car's tires. Don't wait until it's too late. Stop into Meineke and get your tires inspected today. If you need new tires, we have a special offer for you. Get free mounting and balancing of 4 new General or Continental brand tires with purchase of our complete tire installation package. That's a savings of almost $100. Our tire installation package includes mounting and balancing, road hazard, tire disposal, and wheel alignment. Set up your appointment at Meineke.com today.
Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment. Women said they were groped and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Those who spoke out were fired. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
Your doctor says you need a certain test or procedure, but your insurance claim is denied.
Tomorrow, we'll walk you through some steps that could help you reverse that decision.
And we continue to gear you up for a big-time freeze potential later this week. That's from 4:30 to 7.
It might be a cliche saying in sports to take it one game at a time, but for the Badgers this week, it's vital to follow as Jim Leonard tries to get his team ready during an emotional week already. He says he feels good about where his team is just days after Paul Chryst was fired, but he expects more from certain players. During his presser this morning, he said the team has been making far too many mistakes, leading to their 2-3 record. They're at the bottom of the Big Ten West, but everyone else is 1-1, so he's optimistic there's time to turn this season around, adding it's important to let his team process the Chryst news as needed, but ultimately he needs his captains to make an impact on the field.
There is no special talk. There is no players-only meeting. There is only coaches-only meeting, right? It's getting it done at this point, right? We know the issues, right? We know we have to play better. There's no talking anymore. Like, it's time to get it done. That's what I'm excited about. It's the action piece of it. Obviously, there was big change, which is kind of shook the program, but I think the focus becomes how do you focus on getting yourself better? How do you focus on getting your group better?
The Badgers kick off in Evanston this Saturday at 2:30. Zach and Jim Polzine will have much more on Leonard taking over the program, the upcoming game with Northwestern, and what happened against Illinois on this week's Badger Blueprint. That airs tomorrow night during News 3 Now at 10. We have arrived to week 5 of the season, which means it's time for the Packers to go international. The team leaves on Thursday to head to London, and naturally, that makes preparing for Sunday's game very different than other weeks. Matt LaFleur kept the team's plans and schedule quiet, but he did express how important preparation is going to be this week, both mentally and physically, if they want to be successful come game time.
The preparation is going to be absolutely critical in terms of, especially the mental preparation, because you're going to be out of rhythm in terms of just your schedule, the practice schedule, and you try to keep it as normal as possible, like a typical week, but let's face it, it's anything but.
Even with a walk-off and extra innings last night, the Brewers' hopes of making a playoff run came to an end as the Phillies also won their game against Houston. The Crew would have had to win out. The Phillies would have to lose out for the Crew to lock up that third and final NL wildcard spot. The Brewers still have a chance to end the season on a high note. They've got 2 more games with the Diamondbacks. First pitch is coming up at 6:40.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Let's go to Gary for a final look at the weather.
Looking very nice out there. Temperatures are mainly in the lower 60s in Madison, but upper 60s to around 70 degrees elsewhere. Still 70 in Lone Rock and La Crosse, but across Dane County, a wide range in temperatures. You can see 60 in Middleton, 63 in Madison, but 69 degrees in Edgerton with partly cloudy skies.
Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.